So Maisy, we both had little jobs during the World Cup. Can you tell me a little bit what yours was?
Yeah, so myself and 6 other of the girls each weekend, we did the flag bearing on the pitch before the games happened. So the big three flags that you saw, 2 of the countries and then one of the big World Cup ones that sort of get unveiled just before the teams come out. And then you wave them a bit and then you put them away and run off and then watch the games. So that was some of our jobs, and it was really fun.
So you got to watch the games. How did it make you feel to be in a crowd that big week in, week out?
Yeah, it was amazing, and obviously World Cup games were all over the UK, but having so many down at Sandy Park was really special. You know, it seems silly, you know, being waving the flags, but it was able for us to be that little part of the World Cup that some of us wouldn't have experienced. So yes, we would have gone and watched the games anyway, but being on the pitch and hearing the crowd and listening to the love that women's rugby had was really cool.
And it was so exciting, wasn't it? I mean, there was just so many people from around the world just calling for their teams. It was just such an amazing atmosphere, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. My personal favourite was the Scottish anthem that was still in the rounds of the games, and the girls were lined up sort of in front of their supporters, and they were singing to their friends and family, and they were singing right back at them. And those are the moments that you don't experience unless you're on the pitch and part of a different culture and team. So yes, you're not fully involved, but being that close to it was really nice.
And we averaged fairly good numbers for our games when it's Exeter Chiefs women. But what's the biggest side you've ever played, biggest crowd you have ever played in front of?
I think it was when I got my debut for England at Sandy Park, and that was around 8,000 or 9,000, I think. And I came on the pitch for about 10 minutes, and you know, whether there was a big cheer or not for a homegrown girl coming on, like, that felt really special. Maybe I just made that up in my head, but that's a memory that sticks with me, whatever it looked like.
So the legacy for these games, obviously we want more girls to pick up rugby, but what would you say to someone who came to Sandy Park for a World Cup game but they've never been to an Exeter Chiefs women's game? What would be the message that you would say to them?
Oh, it's still an event, you know. Maybe it's not got all the fireworks and pyrotechnics going off in the background, but it's still a huge day out. And what's really nice is that it's really inclusive for friends and family too. So, you know, you come along, you get some really good quality rugby. You know, maybe it's not going to be like your England v New Zealand, but you've got some really strong international players and girls who have played in the World Cup and are coming back. Your Canadians, your Mtatosi Talika, Maddie Fernati, Claudia McDonald, all of those players will be there. And you know, as much as we want you guys to come, you guys should want to come. Like, we play really good rugby, and it's an exciting time, and to be a part of it now when it's growing is really, really like cool to be a part of. So get down to Sandy Park and cheer us on.